Okay, I'm back here. We got this elk. I got the hide on him. Staple it around the back. What I did is I cut out a little bit of the nose here with my dermal tool. And I'm putting some clay in there. So when I get the nose on here, I'll have a little leeway to tuck things in and make it seat real nice. We'll do the same here when I get, I'll turn him over and do that. But anyway, what we're going to do is, we're going to see, here's the corner of the lip. I'm going to get my knife here a minute and do some lip work. You'll always find this, especially if you don't have hides dry tanned. You always find a few little things you should get after. But anyway, I got a little bit here that I want to take off, just a little bit too much. It's a little too thick, especially when we're talking about this type of amount here. Where okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little dry fit run on this first. I think it's going to work out pretty good. We'll tuck the skin up underneath here, like so. Get it around there. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll put that in place. I'll get the mouth done first, and then I'll go over to the eyes. That way if I have to stretch anything, we'll get them there, okay? But you can see here, well, how that's going to fit real nice around there. That's going to be nice looking. Now if I could find my mouthpiece that come out of there, my bottom, I'd be in good shape. It's here. Anyway, I'll get that, and this will work out real nice. It's going to be a nice looking mount. Anyway, I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. We're going to get this here. Going to get this all taken loose. Then we're going to put the glue on here. Let me get my glue. Get my glue out of the water here. Go ahead and remember we already put some up around the eyes, so that's setting in there pretty good right now. But I'm going to get some more up in here, especially around this nose. I want this nose to be coated pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and get around the lip here, because when I pin that, I want that son of a gun in there. I want to be able to come in tomorrow and see that pretty well set up there. Don't forget the cleft in the chin here, like a Kirk Douglas chin they got. But anyway, then you detail this whole inside out when you're done. You blend it in with some epoxy sculpt and that. But we're going to go ahead and get the corner here. I'm going to put a pin in there to kind of register that corner right there. And that'll keep me situated right there. And then I got this nose here. You see how I did the nose. What I did, I cut these grooves a little deeper. I want to be able to tuck that in a little bit back there. So I got my little tool here I made a lot of my own tools. You can do that too. Like I took screwdrivers and made points on them, stuff like that. I mean, it takes a lot to get that in there, so. And remember, I put some clay in there. What you want to do is be able to move that around a little bit. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and set everything here with pins. And what I'll do is I'll come right up here. I want this right in the center here, the nose. I kind of want that right there. I'm going to put a little, I'll put any glue there. No. I'm going to do some glue on this other side. hard to work here. I'm not set up for elk, but it's okay. We can do it. We can do it. Anyway, we'll bring that around there like so. Want to make sure that your nose is in the center here, right where that is. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put a pin right in there to register that too. And that'll hold that right there. And that way we can move this stuff around on top. This is going to be really, I really like these mounts. Anyway, we'll get some pins here and get things going. You always got to have a good supply of pins. And what you do is you just work that on down there. Put your pin in there. It'll hold it. Especially with that glue. Like I say, you'll come back later after this is dried up and go after that with you'll put some epoxy sculpt, I should call it. Anyway, I'm gonna go get a box of pins. We call these quilting pins, or T-pins. So, and they come in real handy. It's just part of doing business, having to have a lot of pins. I'll pin the heck out of that. And if you're not quite sure what a bugling elk looks like, get your pictures out and take a look. Every hunting magazine has them in, at least in the fall. You'll see a bugling elk somewhere. Bow hunting magazine, whatever. You'll see them. Anyway, this thing is gonna have a lot of pins on him, but what I want that to do is I want that to set in one spot. Where I want it to set where I put it. And this is one of the reasons that I do this. A lot of people might just take and not even pin it, just hope your glue holds it. And that might, but I'm not taking any chances. I don't want to have to take it apart. I've done that enough in my career where you end up having to take things apart because if something doesn't look right, I'll take that son of a gun apart. There we go. And then you want your bottom jaw to be right in the middle too. So what I'll do is I'll put a register pin in that also, right on the inside. I can hold that right there. Now this bottom lip, it will shrink up, so there isn't a lot you can do with that. It'll shrink, and I split that lip pretty good so it curls over there. But anyway, you can see how that'll do it there. And I'll pin the heck out of it too. I'll put one more pin in here. And I'll be able to look at that and say, Rick, you did a beautiful job. This guy's going to be so happy with his mount. This is one of my very good repeat customers. He got a mule deer and an elk. So I give him a break on the mule deer to get the elk work, and he didn't think he could afford to have both of them done. And it was kind of a once in a lifetime trip for him. He can't afford to do it again, so what he'll do is, I've done his kids' deer, a couple of those, and he's just a good customer and I like him, so I give him a little break on, I'm getting a lot of business here from him, so I do give my good customers a little break. Take 10-15% off their total bill. But I know one thing, I got that customer for life. It's kind of like a woman that has a hairstylist, they'll never change to another one. Well, that's what taxidermists are too. Once people find a good one, it's hard to draw them away from that person. And I've been fortunate enough where I have gotten some other taxidermist business. Well, and that happens. You break into the business, that's the only